Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's day is Wednesday, the 28th of August 2024, the year of 1,000,000 transactions per second and more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's see what we got in store for us today. Some articles here from Aerospike. I'm actually quite enjoying these. We've got quite a few here. 3 actually. So there's this one said a transformative software company achieves new heights in fraud detection. And we've got building a user profile store for real-time bidding. And Aerospike secret agent to read secrets from Google Cloud Secrets Manager. All right. We've also got this article by CoinGeek on the arrest of the Telegram founder. Hopefully Calvin and the rest of the people at CoinGeek might start waking up to the corruption as to what's going on soon. And we're just going to talk about the Dragon Files comment here. Then we've got a little bit of 365 days of history, and that will be the end of the show. Right, let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1,000,000 strong, them transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Alright then, let's crack on. So, article by Aerospike. Customer story. Transformative software company achieves new heights in fraud detection. About the company Riskified. Founded in 2013, Riskified is a leader provider of fraud and chargeback prevention technology, operating as a software as a service platform. Traded on the New York Stock Exchange and serving clients in over 180 countries. Riskified uses AI machine learning, big data, and a deep understanding of consumer behavior to help large retailers and mobile delivery platforms like Macy's, Wayfair, Prada, Grubhub, and DoorDash build secure and seamless payment solutions. Riskified not only helps businesses protect their revenue from fraud, but also ensures that genuine customers don't face unnecessary hurdles when they shop online. Efficient cost management when trying to balance fraud management and scalability. In a digital-first world, managing fraud has become an increasingly critical and complex part of doing business online. Riskified works to combat fraud by innovating software that removes risk and blocks fraud efficiently. However, Riskified needs to balance their customers' needs to conduct transactions seamlessly while having robust security to combat sophisticated fraud attempts without undue friction. In order to do this, the company relied on real-time data to make decisions to support fraud detection, improve customer service, and enhance transaction accuracy. Riskified reviews transactions worth over $60 billion annually for more than 180 countries, creating a rich work for consumer history. As the company expanded, several key challenges within their existing infrastructure emerged as they scaled their operations. So we got data management, system scalability, balance of speed, precision, and cloud resource optimization. Data management said efficiently handling large volumes of real-time data from diverse sources. System scalability, scale up during peak traffic periods, like holiday seasons, including Black Friday and Cyber Monday, without system strain. Balance of speed and precision, ensuring quick yet accurate fraud detection to prevent customer dissatisfaction and financial loss. And cloud resource optimization, efficient use of cloud services and managing technology licensing costs. Solution, enhanced scalability and performance with Aerospike. Riskified transitioned to Aerospike to address critical challenges, leveraging the technical solutions provided by Aerospike's database to overcome key issues with their previous provider. The integration with Kafka significantly enhanced Riskified's ability to handle real-time data, which is crucial for instant fraud detection. Additionally, Aerospike's licensing model offered a cost-effective scaling solution, preventing proportional cost increases during traffic surges. The robustness of Aerospike ensured consistent reliability and improved the accuracy of Riskified's data processing and fraud detection models. So it's got here a low latency data storage, Aerospike's hybrid memory architecture Enabled vast data storage on solid state drives with DRAM-like speeds for both read and write operations, essential for Riskified's instant fraud detection processes. Real-time processing, archived real-time data processing with minimal latency. Seamless scalability, Aerospike's horizontal architecture allowed limitless scale, effectively managing traffic surges during peak periods, efficient scaling during high periods, and improved fraud detection, enhanced speed and accuracy in identifying fraudulent transactions. Results, significant gains in efficiency and cost savings. Riskified's adoption of Aerospike led to significant benefits across both technical and business domains. Increased loads from 2x to 8x, Aerospike was able to manage high traffic periods without system strain, streamlined data management, and allocate resources to growth areas. P99 at sub 10 milliseconds latency, the solution allowed for swift and reliable real-time data handling at sub millisecond latency. And 99% customer retention with enhanced fraud detection and transaction validation speed. Riskified delivered a more seamless customer experience. Reduced costs, Riskified achieved significant cost savings through efficient scaling and maintenance. You've got a testimonial here. It says, we came to the conclusion that the provision of the previous technologies and architecture that we use will not scale and will not bring it to where we need it to be. And we started to look for solutions and happily found Aerospike as a good solution for those situations. And that's Shah Peretz of PSV Engineering and Riskified. This sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Building a user profile store for real-time bidding. Discover how Aerospike transforms real-time bidding with its high-performance user profile store. Dive into the challenges of ad tech and see how Aerospike offers speed and low latency solutions. The digital advertising world moves at lightning speed. Real-time bidding, that's RTB. The engine behind many online ad platforms requires ultra-fast data access to personalized ads in milliseconds. This is where Aerospike shines. Its architecture, built for speed and scalability, makes it a perfect choice for building a user profile store that fuels RTB decisions. Imagine this: an ad platform needs to determine the best ad to show a user browsing a website. To make an informed decision, the user's interest, browsing history, and other relevant data need to be accessed. This process must be quick. All data retrievable should happen in no more than 10 or so milliseconds, and dozens of individual data retrievals may be required within this window. With billions of users and millions of potential ads, this process demands a database that can handle massive volumes of data and respond in a fraction of a second. Enter Aerospike. Its unique design with flash-optimized data storage and a distributed architecture provides the speed and scalability needed for this critical task. In this big blog, we'll explore Aerospike's power in the ad tech landscape. We'll also explore the challenges of building a user profile store for real-time bidding and showcase how Aerospike tackles these challenges by offering high performance and low latency. There's also a practical code example walkthrough for building a user profile store using Aerospike. User profile store for real-time bidding. User profile stores contain current historical and derived information about users. In the ad tech vertical, a user profile store typically keeps audiences segmentation data pertaining to the user's interests. Normally, a user is identified by a cookie or a device ID, containing a unique ID rather than identifying a particular individual. This ID can identify the user's device, phone, tablet, computer, etc. Ad tech companies will typically store information against this ID regarding websites and the device has visited, purchases made on the device, etc. This enables them to build up a picture of the interests of the user of that device. Note that this is a simplistic view. Advanced ad tech companies typically try to match users across devices, so if the same user uses a phone, a tablet or computer, they see an aggregated view of their interests. Also, amalgamated views of interests across households are not uncommon. For example, consider a family in a household who owns a dog. One person in the household might typically shop for dog food, but it's not likely that other people in the household might also respond positively to seeing an ad for dog food. Recent changes in privacy regulations, such as Europe's General Data Protection Regulation, have reduced the dependency on cookies and devices ID. However, various other methods, such as probabilistic and synthetic IDs, are now used by ad tech companies to show more targeted ads to people. These typically rely on more data, not less, exacerbating the need for user profile stores. Let's just see how long that... I mean, that's a huge article. I'm not going to go through it all, but you get the idea. I mean, this is literally the perfect partnership for BSV, because BSV is literally the only data platform that can scale for their data requirements, and obviously, immutable records, so data can't be cracked, hacked, altered, changed, or deleted. So, I mean, yeah, that's a fantastic symmetry there. And this one, Aerospike Secret Agent to read secrets from a Google Cloud Secrets Manager. Learn how to set up Aerospike Secret Agent to retrieve secrets from Google Cloud Secrets Manager. Follow step-by-step instructions for configuring Google Cloud Secret Manager credentials, preparing and uploading secrets, and configuring Aerospike effectively. The Aerospike Secret Agent is a tool that retrieves secrets from Amazon Web Services Secrets Manager, Google Cloud Secrets Manager, and HashiCorp Vault KV Secret Engine. Its purpose is to simplify the process for other programs to access secrets from these various sources. Instead of each program needing to know how to access secrets from different places, they can simply request the Aerospike Secret Agent to handle it for them. In this blog, we'll show you step-by-step instructions on how to set up Aerospike Secret Agent and make Aerospike read secrets from the Google Cloud Secret Manager. The blog is structured into 3 parts: configuring Google Cloud Secret Manager credentials. This part guides you through setting up the credentials required to access Google Cloud Secret Manager. Preparing and uploading secrets to Google Cloud Secret Manager. Here we'll walk you through the process of preparing the secrets, then uploading them to Google Cloud Secret Manager. Setting up and configuring Aerospike Secret Agent. This section covers setting up the Aerospike Secret Agent and configuring Aerospike to utilize it effectively. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all this because it's a bit too technical for this kind of show, but, just gives you an idea as to, I mean, BSV can deal with all of this, which is pretty amazing. All right, let's move on to this one then. Good to see CoinGeek reporting on articles like this. Maybe they are starting to wake up and not all asleep at the corruption that's going on in the world these days. So let's see what this says. 6 hours ago by Stephen Stadbrook. Telegram founder arrested, slammed by darknet market fans. The arrest of Telegram founder CEO Pavel Durov could have dire implications for the messaging platform's crypto-savvy criminals. On August 24th, Durov was arrested at an airport near Paris, to which he'd flown on a private jet following a trip to Azerbaijan, allegedly in a failed bid to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin. French prosecutors said Durov was detained as part of a probe opened on July 8th against a person unnamed for a multitude of Telegram-linked crimes. These crimes include drug trafficking, child sex abuse material, organised fraud and money laundering, distribution of digital hacking tools, and providing cryptology services aiming to ensure confidentiality without certified declaration. The unnamed individual is also accused of refusing to communicate at the request of competent authorities information or documents necessary for carrying out and operating interceptions allowed by law. The seriousness of Durov's arrest was underscored by a charge of criminal association with a view to commit a crime or an offence punished by 5 or more years imprisonment. And this is outrageous. This is massive overstep by the government, deciding what is and isn't, information worthwhile, blah, 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 blah. They've got no jurisdiction anyway. France's AFP wire service said that the arrest warrant was issued by OFMIM, a branch of the French police focused on crimes against children. they're pretty part of it. OFMIM head Jean-Michel Bergigaud wrote a LinkedIn post saying that the crux of the warrant involved Telegram's lack of moderation. What's that got to do with them? and cooperation, particularly in the fight against pedocriminality. Following Durov's arrest, Telegram issued a statement saying it was absurd to claim that the platform or its owner are responsible for abuse of that platform. Telegram insists that its moderated policies are within industry standards and constantly improving. Russian national Durov also holds citizenship in France, the United Arab Emirates, and St. Kitts and Nevis. Both Russian and Emirate officials have reportedly sought consular access to Durov. Late on August 26th, a French judge extended Durov's police custody for up to 48 hours, after which the authorities must either charge or release him. In June, Durov told Tucker Carlson that Telegram had only about 30 full-time staff, few of whom appear to be tasked with monitoring the activity of Telegram's nearly 1 billion users. It's not surprising that Telegram's laissez-faire approach has made it a hub for activities frowned upon by most governments. So you seriously can't be on the side of governments involved in this totalitarian one-world government conspiracy, surely. Oh my god. Telegram has long been known as a platform on which criminality thrives, a darknet marketplace. Really? Accessible by virtually anyone, drugs, guns, CSAM, hacking tools, stolen personal data. It's all there for the asking without having to learn how to use a Tor software, with payments predominantly made using digital assets. Telegram has proven popular with terrorist groups. Oh, give me a break. Including at one point ISIS. Yeah, everybody knows who ISIS was created by. That's why ISIS has never attacked Israel. You know, I mean, what is Steven Stabrix trying to say here? Terror groups in India are also said to be fans of the platform, and local media reported that India's Ministries of Home Affairs and Electronics and Information Technology were recently asked what action can be taken against Telegram, although these reports are said to focus on Telegram-based extortion and illegal gambling. The darknet ages. Durov's arrest appears to have provoked the ire of some bad Russian actors. Multiple French government websites, including the Administrative Court of Paris, were targeted by distributed denial-of-service attacks that briefly took them offline after Durov was detained. Also protesting Durov's arrest was Paolo Ardonio, CEO of Tether, that doesn't really help, who called Durov's arrest very concerning. Ardonio claimed that Durov was detained for enabling free speech communication, and Doom posted that if we as a society lose the battle to defend freedom of speech and communication, nothing else won't matter. Dark ages will be our future. That's true, actually. In April, Tether launched USDT on the open network TON, a Durov-developed blockchain affiliated with Telegram. Since then, the total amount of USDT on TON has risen to nearly $620 million, with an additional $110.3 million in authorized but not issued USDT. One of the key features of USDT on TON is the network's direct access to fiat on-ramps. Off-ramps to your bank account cards were said to have been in development at the time of that April launch. Like Telegram, Tether has unsuccessfully tried to shed its own association with criminality, with no less than authority than the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, citing USDT's role in organised crime banking architecture. Ton of fun. Some Russian public figures have claimed that Durov's arrest was targeting Ton cryptocurrency, which is used as a wallet by many large Russian business people. Ton launched a native token, Toncoin, several years ago after a failed attempt to launch a token called Gram directly on Telegram. The US Securities and Exchange Commission put the kibosh on this Gram plan, warning Telegram of its illegality of issuing unregistered securities via initial coin offerings. Telegram ultimately refunded the money it raised via this ICO and reached an $18.5 million settlement with the SEC in June 2010. Telegram integrated Toncoin into its user interface last November, allowing direct payments between Telegram users, leading to a spike in the Ton's value. This offered a degree of obfuscation for bad actors transacting without having to leave the platform. They just should have made like another stablecoin, really. Rather than actually creating a shitcoin, but anyway. Telegram's popularity with Russian-speaking users, who made up nearly 1/3 of its total user base, helped convince Russian financial institutions and other payment services to establish their own presence on the platform. Toncoin's value quadrupled this spring after Telegram introduced an ad sharing program that allowed the platform's content creators to display ads in their channels in exchange for 50% of the ad revenue paid out in Toncoin. Tether's launch of USDT on Ton a few months later poured additional fuel on this fire. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of that, but let's have a look at Ton. I know it's kind of, I mean, look, there's Toncoin at number 8 in the charts now. Good grief. Good grief. So a bit of a spike there recently. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Where did that go? Price $98. $98, and it's straight back down. And now we're there. Starting at 85 cents. No max supply, so they'll probably be inflating it, you know. Good grief. Not mineable. No. Oh yeah, proof of stake. Centrally controlled. Yeah. So they control it and they just simply issue it. But anyway, there we go. That's your bit on Ton. Just going to the last bit. So Gabriel Pro wrote here, Dear BSV people, very few of you noticed that Craig Wright in court in London said that he could provide the authorship of the document in LaTeX because he has Dragon files. ChatGTP confirms the possibility that Dragon can be used in this way. What's all this about? So ChatGTP has said, yes, it is possible to use Dragon, naturally speaking, to dictate, test and create documents in LaTeX. By configuring the software to recognize LaTeX commands and customizing phrases, you can dictate both regular text and LaTeX commands directly into a compatible editor. This allows you to create LaTeX documents through voice dictation effectively. Wow, I mean, the plot thickens, but looking forward to hearing more about that. And CryptoTweaks has said, Muddy Mellor should have done his own research. Oh wait, apparently he's not allowed. He can only base his judgment on whatever evidence that has been registered for the case. Except he ruled against CSW, even though COPA violates the court CPS. Yeah. Quite funny here, back and forth from one saying Mellor probably had Bird do his research because he was too busy doing public speech for Tufty Cat and freezing CSW accounts, trying to pocket watching where his money is coming from. Yeah, absolutely. We all know what went on. Absolutely outrageous. Right, let's get a little bit of 365 days of Bitcoin history. We're now the 28th of August. Here we go. So on the here we go, 28th of August. So this is actually really quite fascinating here. This is just a let's see how long this is.
Winston Churchill writing his famous 6-volume history of the war. A magnificent literary work, if I may say so. I hope that when I'm as old as Churchill, I'm still able to pour out volumes of that complexity and that magisterial quality. Winston Churchill, he wanted to publish a certain piece of evidence that he had about where the Germans got their money, where Adolf Hitler got his money in the rise to power, in that final desperate, headlong rush to the Nazi revolution in 1933, when the Germans, the Nazi party, were almost on the point of bankruptcy. Somebody put up the money for Adolf Hitler in order to ensure that he came into power. Winston Churchill knew the answer, because Winston Churchill was privately told this in a letter dated August 28, 1937, by Dr. Heinrich Brüning. Dr. Heinrich Brüning, I should tell you, those who don't know, was Adolf Hitler's predecessor as Chancellor in Germany. With a short interim government, Brüning had been the long-term German Chancellor. Hitler had overthrown him. The Nazi revolution had swept Brüning aside. Brüning, being the Prime Minister of Germany, the Chancellor, of course, knew who had financed Hitler, because his secret service, his wiretapping agencies had been listening to Hitler's telephone conversations and opening his mail. They knew where the money came from. And Brüning, when he fled to England after Hitler came to power, told Winston Churchill privately in a letter, August 28, 1937, and Churchill wanted to quote that letter in his post-war memoirs, the big 6-volume book. And Churchill's memoirs, as you know, were published by the Life magazine, serialized by Life in 1948, 49, 50. And that is why among the private papers of Life magazine's chief editor I found the letters, the ones that I'm going to quote to you now, because you won't find them in the Churchill archives for the simple reason that if you are writing about Churchill, even if your name is William Manchester, which it isn't, thank God, you will not be given access to the private papers of Churchill. The Churchill family has put their hand on those papers and will not allow them to be seen by anybody, except for one authorized biographer, Martin Gilbert, a dedicated Zionist who is partly financed by the Jaffa Foundation, as he writes in the introduction to his Churchill biographies. So we can't get access to the Churchill papers. We've got to go everywhere else, which is what I do. I go all the way around the world working in these archives, like, as I mentioned, the archives of Life magazine in the United States. And there I found this letter, Churchill writing to Brüning saying, in August 1937, you wrote me a letter which I want to quote in my memoirs about who paid Hitler in 1933 and the years up to the Nazi Revolution. And Brüning wrote back to him. Here's the letter dated February the 7th, 1948, from the private files of the chief editor of Life magazine. Never published, and you're hearing it for the first time now. Brüning said he couldn't give Churchill permission to quote that letter because it was too painful, in view of everything that happened in Germany during the Third Reich, in view, of course, of the Holocaust, to have to admit this. He says, I didn't then, I do not even today, for understandable reasons, wish to reveal that from October 1928, the two largest regular contributors to the Nazi Party were the general managers of two of the largest Berlin banks, both of the Jewish faith, and one of them the leader of Zionism in Germany.
There we go. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? So that's the 87th anniversary of that. So now we know who funded Hitler. Also on the 28th of August 2010, the bit of Bitcoin history here. We've just got Satoshi Nakamoto here saying the simplification is intentional. There will only be more than one Thash, so 7 equals 0, in 1 out of 134,217,728 cases. It only makes it 0.0000007% slower. Yeah, and that's just to do with speed of stuff. There we go. Right, there we go. That's all. It's a 26-minute show, 27 coming up to it. I hope you enjoyed it. As ever, if you enjoyed these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to either Satoshi@Sentby.com, Handcash.io, Simply.cash, Related.com, Rockwallet.me, or Senti.ch. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.